I was trying to see the brand.
You stepped on her already?
No, she's way over there. She just wants.
She wants to chew on
one of the things.
Some kind of brake cleaner.
Are we starting already?
Already.
I thought we still had a couple minutes.
Welcome to the show.
I love the new theme music, by the way.
For the
new
people
theme music is really great. And by the way, when I say new theme music, I'm not at all busting Jefferson.
No. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. My friends call me 3D. Please stay tuned for the most interactive comedy radio show on the planet called Pipedream, right here on the Comedy Pipe Radio Network. Jefferson is here.
Hi.
Joe is here. Already complaining about Tupperware and
summer dreams.
Tupperware. We love our Tupperware.
Joe and I were bonding over our hoarding family members earlier.
Yes, it was an interesting bonding moment.
Non-matching goddamn Tupperware.
How much soy sauce do we need?
Join us live. Go to comedypipe.com if you're listening on the audio stream, and you can watch the show. I did spam out on Facebook that we are live, so I'll try to keep
I just shared
that chat room. Well done.
Thank you.
Our guest this week, did you have something to say, Joe? You took a breath like you were ready to.
I'm sorry.
You had something important on deck.
No, sorry.
Well, then our returning guest, I have no idea why my phone just made noise, or was that your phone? We have this. Do we share the same ringtone? I hope not. No, that was me. This was Twitch telling me someone's playing.
All right.
Anyway, our returning guest to show 258, I believe, Mr. Harry White.
Welcome, everybody. Glad to be here.
Hi, buddy. He's enthused.
No, I'm great. This is exciting.
He found my my secret stash of magazines.
I did.
My what is it? What is it actually called?
This is a nice centerfold in this month's issue of The Family Handyman.
The Family Handyman. That's what it was.
I can get you a bunch of plumbing engineering books. You guys are looking for those.
Yeah, some real good porn he found in the man.
This is middle-aged man porn right here.
Fair enough.
Wow. Fast and easy kitchen storage. I bet you are fast and easy. I could do you over a weekend. Nice.
This
glossy.
This was a gift, I believe, 4 years ago from my in-laws.
What, that magazine?
That magazine subscription.
That is the most passive. That is the most passive-aggressive gift they've ever gotten you in the world. This is basically saying, "Hey, I've seen your house.
Okay,
this is how you fix it."
Harry,
it's not a hint.
I want you to gaze across the studio here.
Yes.
Do you see C3PO?
I do.
Okay,
I do.
Go to the right of C3PO, and you see that stack of magazines?
Yes.
Those are all the Family Handyman.
Or do they still have the crisp binding on them?
Most of them are still in plastic, I think.
I see.
They're a C3 Pez dispenser C3PO.
I was going to say that looked like a huge Pez dispenser.
I never fixed
Do they make Pez that big, by the way?
That Pez dispenser holds individual packages of Pez.
Individual packages.
It seems to be empty at the moment.
Which is unfortunate also.
It really is, because
Pez are the best, aren't they?
I didn't know I wanted Pez until I saw this.
You never
and
did.
Now I can only think of Pez.
It's understandable.
Sorry, there's no Pez in the house.
That's unfortunate.
I don't think anyone has ever said the word Pez this many times in such a short span.
It sounds like it should be fizzy, but it isn't.
There we go. Fix the camera. Had the camera still set on you guys last week when we had our.
How could you not? Look at me.
I know. He's so dead ugly.
Pro secret.
So
the best tool you've ever heard of.
So here, what's the most passive aggressive gift you've ever received?
Wow, that came out of the blue. I didn't prepare anything for that. Let's see. I got to go in
a flash,
a weight belt.
Okay,
you know, like, hey, I don't have a gym membership, and they're like, well, maybe that's something you should consider.
Wait for your birthday.
Yeah, right. So that was one. That was nice. A lot of them are usually well-intentioned. They're not coming from a bad place, so I don't store them away in the FU file. Why would you do that? So,
but you thought about it.
Well, at the time.
Yeah.
At the time, I don't hold on to things. I let it go. So I don't really know.
Underwear.
I like when I buy shirts, and then for Christmas I get many shirts as almost the implication of, maybe those weren't the right shirts for you. maybe wear these shirts.
Uh-oh.
That went off.
We lost him.
There. Hey. All right. I didn't even hit it that hard.
Oh, I know what it is. It's actually this one here.
Yeah, it's okay. I just won't touch it. That's fine.
It's Jefferson's fault.
Yeah.
I'll
take it.
It's fine.
Stop stepping on the wires, dude. Sorry, there's a bundle.
So I was going through my closet the other day, and it occurred to me that I have an obscene percentage of all of my clothing that came from BJ's.
Oh.
That's not a good thing. That's not
BJ's
good.
the store or BJ's the
store.
The store.
So,
like I got these bell bottoms by sucking dick.
No. I didn't say it was the reason I got them. I said it was the place I got them. Try to pay closer attention, Joe.
So, an insertment of BJ's clothing, or what specific style?
No.
An insertment or an assortment?
Assortment. Shut up.
Right. So are there Berkeley Jensen jeans? Is that what?
Oh my God, so many.
Really? Wow.
So many. I can't.
BJ jeans. You want to see my BJ? I mean, I got Lucky jeans. It literally says Lucky, and you unfold the tab and it says, "Are you lucky?"
Oh.
No, these Berkeley Jensens actually chafe my nipples. They come up so high. But I was like, they're $9. You can't go wrong. Can't go wrong.
With chafe nipples, you can always go wrong.
I gotta undo my zipper to get the belly button lint out. I mean, these are high-waisted pants.
Wow.
This is what I'm
sure
telling
these
you.
aren't women's pants?
Yeah, I'm like,
I don't care. They fit my ample hips.
So
I don't have a problem with it.
So as you like, so let's skip ahead 40 years.
Okay.
So you're up there. I'm assuming you're not
40
20,
more
right?
years.
40 more
okay.
years.
Oh yeah.
So you're up there. So you're up there. We're all up there at this point. Shit.
Right.
I mean, I'd be 80. And you're in that Florida phase. That's where you want to go.
Sure. Why not?
Okay. Would you accept those, like the free clothing?
You'd be 77.
Me?
Yeah,
oh, okay. Yeah, around. I mean, I'm 38, but
I'm 10 years older than him. So, say that thing again. Okay. I got confused by the math.
It made me think. So
like
you're in Florida, and you say you'd wear $9 jeans.
Sure.
Everything I've heard is like old people get like free clothes or something. Like that's why they wear this weird looking attire down there. If clothes were like, if ugly clothes were given to you at an old age,
sure,
would you have any shame to wear them?
No.
Who gives a shit?
No. No.
If you're
just
pushing
checking.
90, just fucking throw something on.
All my clothes come from the same designer. His name is Clarence. He has a rack in every store I go in. So I just go to the back.
Yeah.
He's got his rack there.
Yeah.
And I was like,
find some
ooh,
shit.
Clarence, you've done me well again.
I always try to find Clarence in the toy section. That's where I look.
Clarence has helped me out a lot.
Yeah, no, Clarence is a good guy. So let's segue to that. You had called me or texted me. I think over the weekend.
Sure.
I didn't see it for a couple days. I don't think I jumped right on.
I assumed you weren't ignoring me.
Yeah, and that's you got my note. Text me now.
Right.
Asking if I would look at something for you.
Right.
And it ended up being.
You better clarify this quickly, or else it'll get awkward.
Yeah, I need you to check a spot out. Look at. I'm gonna go in the shower. I'll be right back. You stay here.
3D will recognize this.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back.
Anybody?
Naked. I'm gonna come back naked.
I know that mole.
Yeah. This thing look. You had me look at a remote control truck.
Right.
And this was for your son.
Yes.
And I gladly accepted.
Sure.
As you had mentioned, it was a Christmas gift to him.
In 2015.
From 2 years ago. No, I just want to recant the story for Joe Jefferson and the listeners here. So this was a gift for your son.
Yes.
That was purchased two years ago. Directly out of the box and charged. Did it work?
No.
Nothing.
Mail order, which is the problem.
Wow. Okay. So that answers your question, Joe. Where did it come from? Where was it purchased? It was mail order.
Right.
This was
because you could see the two little balls. Mail order.
Male, not female order.
Oh,
yeah, okay.
Three amigos.
Yeah.
That was a yoga joke. You really had to stretch.
Oh. Hack, lumberjack.
So it came from mail order. And this was not cheap. This was $80, you said.
Yeah, that was the price. I didn't pay that because I never pay that. But it was an $80 unit that I got online for significantly less.
How much significantly less?
Probably $40.
I looked at this thing top to bottom.
It's a nice box.
Top to it was a nice box. I don't even know how you got it back in there. And then I got it out and back in. That thing is it's an odd box. It's a very odd box. So the first problem that was told to me to look at, if possible, was the controller itself no longer went forward.
One of the 4 directions was not working. I didn't remember which one.
It was forward.
It was 2 years ago, but one of them wasn't
forward.
working.
So I was like, all right, if I can just get forward working, then we're good to go. Because he said you ordered or you warrantied a second controller.
Right. So I called them up after it didn't work. It didn't go forward. Right. And I was like, well, this isn't good. So I called them up and they said, no problem. We'll send you another controller, which they did. But that controller would only control the car if it was almost physically touching the car. And I don't know what you know about remote control cars, but that's not that much fun.
Yeah, it's not very
At that point, you're really just jogging.
You just have this at that point.
Yes.
That's what I said to Mike. I was like, they took the remote away.
Pretty much.
See, okay.
Pretty much.
So I'm going to flip slightly on the technical side now.
Yeah.
I don't believe that story.
You don't believe that story?
I don't believe the story.
Okay.
And I only don't believe
Harry doesn't like being cornered.
The part where the new controller worked at all. That's the part I'm not buying.
Okay.
I opened both controllers,
Yeah.
examined their circuit boards. I opened the entire truck, examined it. I soldered things all over the place.
Right.
Dun dun.
I was able to get forward working. That was easy. I texted you in probably 5 minutes after you left.
Right.
And I got the controller working.
Nice.
Thinking, home run. This is fucking easy. This is.
I hope that was true.
The battery for the truck was still charging, so I couldn't test it immediately. I was like, all right, I'll let it charge for a couple hours, go back. It'll have some juice at least. I can, give Harry a Christmas miracle.
Yes.
A 2-year-old Christmas miracle.
Right.
And I have failed. And it's due to none of my lack of knowledge.
Right.
I don't think you should have paid more than $1 for this thing.
Well, I agree with you.
Regardless of it working or not.
Right. I agree with you now.
Seeing the insides
Should have bought a soccer ball.
of everything, I was depressed knowing at the time that you had paid $80 for this. I was mourning that this, I was like, oh my God, this is what they charged him.
I only heard about it through the grapevine and I felt bad.
Yeah.
Well,
I was like, really? It only works like
Here's
a
the other
foot
thing.
away?
All right.
It still does. It still does.
I may have misinformed you, okay? Because quite honestly,
2
2 years ago, I'm shopping online in my underwear, okay?
So I've got both of the controllers open and I'm looking at them, and I had the experience where I got the one to work very close range.
Yeah.
Like if you turned your body at the torso,
it
would stop.
Work.
It would
right.
So but the other one never did anything. After looking at, they've got the little the crystal ID chips in them.
Yeah.
The one that they sent you wasn't even the right frequency for your vehicle.
Well, that could be a problem.
So that's what I was like. This one couldn't even ever work. But I don't. It's like, can I switch any parts to make this one? And at the end of it, I'm like, no.
Well,
it's so oddly constructed.
You gave it more effort than I gave it in 2 years. Okay?
I soldered.
So
there's still a wire soldered to the antenna spot on the board,
right,
sticking out the side of the truck, and I think I ran a little wire. So you see a little green white wire still. I'm like, I'm not even going to take it off because I got to open the whole fucking thing.
Right.
So if you don't want it there, just clip it close and tuck it in or whatever. But
what's the difference?
Yeah. So that's
what's the
like,
difference?
fuck it, it doesn't work.
If you want him, he can turn it into a helicopter. If you want to. He has the parts.
Right. Well, that would be more efficient than what I think I was trying to do, which was just make it go.
Yeah. He just wanted to give his son a remote control vehicle.
Here's the problem.
And see him smile.
The son that it went to.
Yeah.
Okay. When we get his list every year for Christmas, he doesn't want anything. Like, he's not normal. Like, none of my children would be normal. Okay. That's a given. However, in this case, he doesn't want anything. All he wants is StarCraft 2, Age of Empires 3, to play his online games and use my computer so I can't ever be on it. That's all he wants. He wants to go out and do things. He wants to play computer games. He doesn't want anything else. So usually what you get on his list is, I don't know, a remote control car. That level of enthusiasm.
Yeah.
So when it didn't work, he was like, whatever, dude. Let me use your computer. We are good. So I said,
it's good compromise.
Use it away, my friend.
Wow.
Use it away.
Has he used VR yet?
Yeah,
VR headset?
It's like, we're down here blow his mind.
He would enjoy that. Absolutely. No question. But, I don't want him around Joe.
Yeah.
So
it's all of our problems.
That's a little awkward.
Joe was around me and a bunch of, and a couple moms from school. It was awkward.
Yeah.
with his adorable dog.
So my daughter has met Joe.
Okay. How'd that go?
Well, actually, quite well. For those that are listening, Joe's actually a really nice guy. So forget that. I was just joking.
Nah, bust my ball.
Yeah,
So,
bust my ball.
When we leave, she goes, wow, he has nice eyes. And I said, I know. I don't have any problem with admitting that he has nice eyes. There's this good question. And a full head of hair. I hate Joe, is what I'm saying.
It's okay, Joe.
He does have some nice hair.
Is that microphone on? Because we can turn that one off. You were playing with his one.
No, he shut his off. He went to the bathroom, so he shut it off.
We noticed.
This one was on. Now it's not.
Cool.
All right.
I thought I was making
Welcome back from the bathroom, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
Since we're talking about it.
Thank you.
Everything come out all right?
Just fine. Thanks.
Excellent.
That was a
Glad to
good
hear
one.
it.
Belt's a little looser. I'm good to go.
So
Sorry about
So,
that.
I could have paid $24.95 for that thing. I don't know.
let's
Okay.
hope it was only that.
I
because
don't know.
It was an experience, if nothing the less. To get
Right,
your
but I
money's worth out of it.
know that it has sat in the corner of my office for 23 months. And I got to the point where it was just a reminder of my impotence. And I said, I got to find a way because, at first I called them and said, dude, thing doesn't work. They send you a new controller. Dude, your new controller doesn't work. Fix it. Oh, you got to talk to this person. And then you talk to a guy with a weird accent. They're on a different time schedule than us. I got to call them at 3 a.m. And eventually I gave up.
Sure.
Yeah,
I gave up. And I said, somebody I know has to be able to
That
fix
does
it.
nothing, Joe. That thing, I don't even know why it's there. I should have looked when I had the whole thing open. But that thing is a lie, whatever it is. It's not a button. It's not like an antenna port. It is not anything. Inside is a piece of wire that is coiled.
Yeah,
It's flat.
It's not a button. It doesn't do anything. It's called a clit.
It's the
No,
truck
that's
clit.
the opposite.
You and I have to talk later. There's some explanation.
That's the belly button, bro.
You've been misinformed.
It looks more like a belly button. So it's,
Well, that's what my uncle calls it.
but yeah, if you look on the driver's side, the wire sticking out, that was the antenna.
I do see that. I do see that.
That did absolutely nothing. After adding that,
No help.
no help at all. Yeah, I tried to put a little fancy end on there.
Yeah, I see that you put some effort into this.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
It
I
wasn't-
like how they
it wasn't
pre-dirtied it.
Yeah, I think on it somewhere says mud.
Yeah.
Mud something.
Real mud
Yeah.
splatter.
Yeah.
It would have been
So
fun for about 20 minutes before it disintegrated outside.
yes, yeah. Okay, this leads. So the art department wanted to take a picture of that or find this exact model, which didn't exist at all on the internet. That's how obscure this was, and put you in this.
Right.
Pretty much.
You got close.
Yeah, well, it ended up being a Power Wheels is what they found. But yeah, it was the thought to finding this. It just didn't exist on the internet.
It works.
They didn't have a picture of it, nor was I around to send it to them. So that's kind of where the art came from.
I appreciate
was
the
this.
efforts on both fronts. Okay. The one miserable failure, the other one, it was mildly amusing. I appreciate that. It's good.
I have to shrink them down so much. You lose so much detail. Like in the big one, like you're really in there, and little
Right.
ones is like, man, yeah.
Well, maybe
It's
you
serving
can
the
maybe you can
purpose.
send me the
Original.
yeah, the original so I can make it my screensaver.
Awesome.
And I would do that. I might
Remind
even
me and I will.
I might even take it on a thumb drive and make it all the people I know screensaver.
That's
and
great.
then put a password on it so it will always be their screensaver.
I love it.
I'm not
Give
above
this-
that.
Give this man the file.
Wait 40 more minutes. Get off the air. Listen, do you carry around thumb drives in your
You
pocket?
just got hairy roll.
No, I'm just happy to see you.
Okay, just check. Keychain?
No,
Just check.
no, there's no data that I need. Oh my God, now.
Just want to see how hip you are.
You can email it to me. I got email.
No,
I got the cloud.
No, I have seen people that carry USB like on their like
Sure.
a carabiner on there. I'm like,
Right.
like I had one on my keychain for a while, but it was for work purposes,
You
and I used it
nerd.
often.
Right.
I
Yeah,
used
Mission
it.
Impossible
Yeah.
here. Yeah, there's a line for the bathroom. Chill.
I needed it to work. And, you know,
It's
what
fine.
it is, but yeah, cool.
Why would you, like a latchkey kid? Why would you wear your thing on your USB on your hip?
Oh, I don't. That's
Like,
what
why
I'm
would
saying.
somebody do that? Like wear like memory chip?
I don't know. They got some important porn that they don't want anybody to
Mm.
see, so they keep it literally by their hip. I don't know. No,
My
it's-
kids
I
have
don't-
them as wristbands that the school gave them so they can take their homework home and bring it back with them, and it's always available for them.
That's a good purpose.
Right.
Yours.
Yeah.
Their homework is on a
Was like,
USB drive.
This is
On the
porn. They
wrist.
don't
If
want
they want
people
to port
see.
it back or forth to home,
Wow.
which now everything's on Google Docs, so it's completely useless.
Well,
Speaking of computers,
Go ahead.
destroying shit.
Yeah.
What happened recently?
Microsoft boned me.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
So-
you don't
Yeah.
work blue
Yeah.
much, but that was
Yeah, that was not good. So apparently the most recent update that Microsoft sent out, which I did not ask for and you cannot stop, invalidated my video card, which means the computer games that we bought in November for my son for his
Oh.
birthday, he cannot play because they will not work because it invalidated the video card.
okay.
I would
okay,
slap them because
tech
Harry
time-
has too much class to do
tech
it
time.
himself.
Do you have enough anger and or obsession with this to actually know model numbers?
Of what?
What video card do you have?
It is an AMD 4350 HD.
And what operating system?
It will go as high as 8.
Lowered with side
But
pipes and
when-
knockoff wheels.
It got to 10. It still worked with 10 for up until this next update, the one that they just pushed out around Thanksgiving. Done.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that driver could have been hacked pretty easy.
Okay, for someone who knows how to do that.
That's he calls me about a remote control car, and then I read your computer post. I'm like, that's what I'm good at. So
Well,
I'm like, shit,
look,
you already pulled
here's-
the trigger on the other machine. I'm
here's
too
the-
late.
Here's the thing.
Too late.
Here's the thing. That computer was purchased in 2008.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good run.
We're like, yeah.
So I kind of wanted a new computer anyway. So if it had kept working, I would have it forever. Okay. I would never get rid
Yep.
of it. As long as what I have works,
Sure.
it stays forever. I have an amplifier with my DJ system I bought 1992.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
thing
I hear
still sounds good. It still goes with me. There is no need to replace it.
I
So-
had a 10-year-old mixer that finally
Yeah.
got replaced.
So in this case, pretty much StarCraft 2 on the lowest resolution was the only game I could play. That was it. So now,
320 by 240.
yeah, pretty much. So now I can actually go ahead and move into, games that came out after 2005.
Harry, how much did you spend on the new computer?
$854 at my door.
What video card? This is
An
decent.
8 gigabyte R5 something.
Harry, do you have $350 more dollars?
I do not.
Do you have $399 more dollars? Because I just remembered it's not on sale anymore.
The answer to your question is I actually have that many dollars, sure.
You just
But
didn't math
I
well.
can't-
It wasn't on sale anymore.
I can't release them. It gives me anger and angst.
to
Spend money. I don't like it.
okay. You just bought a computer
Yeah.
that I'm assuming has enough specs to do VR.
Oh yeah.
$400 more will get you, like, if you want to start getting into good games,
Right.
If you never
Get
want
into
to
the
see your
dawn.
kid again,
Yeah.
Let's see, what a-
don't-
like he'll be there.
It's 8:24. Let's end at 8:30 and blow Harry's mind.
Yeah. Harry, do you want to keep doing a show or see some VR?
No, we may as well see it through. I mean, we're all here.
Yeah.
I got
Let's
nowhere to
knock
go
off
after
early.
this anyway.
I'll blow your mind for a couple minutes. Then.
Does
Yeah,
anyone know you're here?
I tell everybody. And I have an envelope that gets mailed if I don't show up by a certain time. I've been in the basement
Smart
before.
man. Smart man.
I'm wearing 2 pairs of
So what do you
pants.
so what do you think the new studio setup? It's a little bit different than the last time you were here.
It's fine. It's not as good as the other one.
No,
I like the table. I like the look.
See, the problem with that is with the table, there's no room for fucking VR.
I know. No, look.
I don't like these things. I don't like the octopus.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
For him, it's okay, but like for this one over here, like you
fucking
do
hate-
this
no,
like
I-
a comic.
I
You hold
fucking
your
hate
mic.
holding the mic.
Like I'm gonna be here for
I
an
gotta touch
hour, and I'm gonna
buttons,
hold this microphone,
mixer
and that's
stuff.
how you.
I'm not.
Well, you not
I got
you.
master. I mean,
I'm just saying, like, this is cool. His is cool.
you're cool.
This one
Fuck
is-
you.
this
Fuck
one-
you. Fuck you.
These
This
are the
one and
same.
this
You're
one.
cool. I'm
The
out.
one in the middle that looks exactly like the cool one, you don't like.
Well, because it goes over here to
I
Mike
see.
sometimes.
It has nothing to do with
But
the
it's okay with
hodgepodge
him 'cause
piece of
he
2x4.
stands up at
I screwed on somehow. I don't even remember how I did it. to
There
a
was 4 of
20-pound
them, and it
piece
looked
of
like a big
steel.
spider on the bar in the camera. So I'm like,
No, I like
hold
the
it.
no. The thought that went into this is very good. There's no question of that. Okay, I mean,
I
there's-
learned this from the Family Handyman magazine, folks. Get your
somehow,
subscription.
somehow I'm thinking this wasn't specifically covered.
this was survival skills right
Yeah,
here. I
no,
was like,
this
how
is
do I
good.
make this work?
This is good. You MacGyvered the crap out of it.
Damn right I
That's
did.
right.
You saw my bottle cap,
Yes.
and it's almost not really needed anymore. It
I
kind
know.
of settled out.
No, I like it. It's an aesthetic that you need to keep
almost
there.
not even
It's just
needed
there for
anymore.
looks.
Yeah, it's just so Jefferson doesn't get it and bend it and break
Rip
it
it in
into
half.
quarters. That's what. Yeah, like you gotta can't give him bottle caps. He rips them by his fingertips.
I like the off-brand Gorilla Tape.
No, that's gaffing tape. That's real deal gaffing tape.
Gaffing,
not
yeah,
Gorilla
off-brand
tape.
Gorilla. That's what I mean, off-brand Gorilla Tape.
Yeah. No,
Gaffing.
I got that's that gaffing.
It's
tape, too.
Harambe tape.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I got a MacGyver shit. You're a homeowner. You
Yes.
have to be able to MacGyver shit.
You have to. There's no way around it.
Sometimes your silk cock is too long.
Damn right. And then you got to figure out how. So you cut a piece of wood to fill the gap, and you silk cock it right to the house. You do what you got to do.
So I told my son the story about how I met you at the Home Depot, and I told you this is silcock. You didn't believe me, and he pretty much is still laughing about that word. It caught him right at age 13, and he thinks that is hysterical. So now, whenever we're outside, I was like, "Go turn off the silcock." Little bonding moment. His mom gets mad. It's perfect. There's nothing bad about it. That's all I'm saying.
It's so innocent.
Right.
Maybe that's all Harry Weinstein was saying. Just I got a silcock in here.
Silk cock's got good flow, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
All mine are frost-proof. Yay now.
You got
Galvanized.
Otherwise, they swell up and break.
My galvanized silk.
Yeah, you don't want to blow out on those though. That is bad.
Yeah, you can blow out a silcock. You're so
Hurts.
that was
Boy,
a
does that
silcock
hurt.
failure.
Yeah, you can turn the knob all you want.
Yeah, it's
At that point, nothing's,
Silcock,
nothing's
though,
coming
that's just
out.
whiskey dick.
I think you're conflating two different things.
That's a different store.
Just so you know.
Yeah. For the longest time, I had my broken silcock in the shed because of that story.
So my
Did I make one of the? I don't know if it was after we learned about that or for one of the shows, the art department. I think all it was a silcock.
yes, that was when I came.
Okay, was
Yeah,
yours?
that was for
I
me.
assumed it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, like too many shows, too many arts.
So I'm
That's
always
so
doing
good.
projects around the house because there's no way to not do a project as a homeowner. I mean, it's never done.
I'm not done with my bathroom, but I got nothing else going that I need to be doing other than just tidying up for winter. It
But
never
you-
seems to
wait a
roll
minute.
around.
You are married, right?
Yep.
Then you have projects. So you may not know about them, but I assure you there's a list that has projects on it. I guarantee you.
Well, other than the
So-
bathroom, no.
So when I was doing my plumbing work, I was trying to instruct the boy because, you know, someday he's going to own a house. And I told him, so this is a male fitting and this is a female fitting. And he says, well, can you tell the difference? And all I had to do was raise my eyebrows and go,
And he figured it out.
more laughing.
Yeah.
More laughing. What do you do with the male? You put it in. Female. But you got to put the lubricant on first and make sure it gets all the way in. Give it a quarter turn.
Softballs.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies love Teflon tape.
Softballs. This was not realistic. There's 2 slots, but still, you get the idea.
It's a party.
2 holes, no waiting.
It's a party.
It's actually 3, but
These are very interesting conversations. I'm kind of happily anticipating
it's like gutter helmets.
to have with my son,
Right?
but are fearing at the same time, because he's already thrown out, I don't have any examples, but he's thrown out some weird shit. And then you don't know how to answer it. And he's like 4.5.
Right.
And I'm like, well, how did he even?
Yeah.
Like just swearing like out of the blue right now. like we're in the car. We're doing 65 and out of nowhere he goes, fuck.
Here's the thing.
And like we've never really heard him say it.
He's only around you guys, right?
No.
Oh, all right.
No.
Then the joke doesn't work.
No, he goes to school every day.
All right.
You know who else was recently going 65? Dave Canyon.
Dave Canyon?
Yeah.
Wow.
How'd you like that? That was good, right?
Keep going, fuckface.
He stopped. Like, yeah.
Like, what do you know? Now I have to call you a name and tell you to keep going.
No, yeah, he's always doing this podcast in his car, going 65. It's the Dumbing It Down with Dave podcast. You want to email him? You can.
It's the fastest podcast on radio, isn't
The
it?
fastest podcast. Thank you,
help
sir.
him out.
But I thought that was said once or twice. I think I heard that.
Yeah, I'll say it a couple times. He's going fast. And he's up to podcast. I think he told me he's up to 7,000 already. Which is
Wow.
pretty wild. Yeah, he does 6 of them.
Not
a
as
day.
high as Bitcoin, but
What does he have? Like a Kia Sedona? What does he have?
Kia Rio.
Rio, a
That's
gold
right.
one. A
65
gold Kia Rio
top
going 65.
speed. Cannot go faster.
He'll talk about pragmatism while the
Yep.
Prius passes him.
That's right. The pragmatic guy, that Dave. So yeah, that's a Dumbing It Down with Dave podcast and dumbingitdownwithdave.com.
Well, thank you for that, Jefferson.
You're welcome.
I'll give you some advice. You had a great segue there.
I know.
And then you shat yourself.
I know. That was on purpose.
No.
You know
no,
who else has
just
a great
keep-
podcast? Dumbing It Down with Dave. What do you guys think?
You actually had me surprised. I didn't see it coming. And I was I'm like, yes.
Beautiful.
And then just shart everywhere.
Yeah. He took some time to smell his own fart there. There's no question.
That was right. That's right. It smelled good.
Roll with it next time.
I thought I had to
Surprise
pee.
me and roll with it. Dave will be happy. He's crying right now.
That's
I thought
kind
I
of
had
the
to pee,
goal.
but I came.
You seem to know the jingle there, if you will, the advertisement.
Tells me Harry's our
do
one
you
listener.
know Dave?
Have never met him before.
Just checking.
No.
Just I don't know. Who
I'm
Dave
sure
knows.
he's a nice guy. I have no idea.
Dave's a
He's a
fantastic
great
fella.
guy.
I
Very
trust your
pragmatic.
judgment.
Very pragmatic. That is.
He survived the basement. He's fine.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
that's
no,
right.
he
Yeah.
came down. No, I've known Dave for a little over a decade now.
All
So
right.
Dave,
That's
and he's-
I've only met him twice. I don't know. He could be a jerk for all I know.
But I listen to most of these episodes.
Really?
Yeah. Not all, like not every week.
He's the one.
So
Yeah,
what
yeah.
happens is they
I
automatically.
don't have any viewers on YouTube, and I know why, because Harry's here.
That's hurtful. So.
Well, no, it's
No,
Oh, you mean
it's good.
because
You're-
of the one?
Yeah, you're the one.
No, I'm not watching it live. Just so you know, I got life and family things
Fair
to do.
enough.
But
Yeah.
every once in a while, I got to take a work trip, and it's 5 hours there, it's 5 hours back.
Oh, that's
So I get all the episodes that I missed, and I just bang, bang, bang all the way
Wow.
through.
wow. I'm
That's
sorry.
hardcore. I love it.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, comments? Give us.
Well,
give it.
It's obvious I'm the best guest. I mean, that's obvious.
goes without saying.
But the rest, I mean, it depends who you get.
Have you
Yeah.
seen?
It depends who you get.
That's fair.
Have you,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah.
have you seen Sean Reed's episodes?
I know Sean Reed, but I don't know that I remember them specifically. How's that?
You win.
Okay.
We'll leave it there.
I don't remember those.
buddy.
My favorite
Who's-
episode.
yeah, I was gonna
my
say,
favorite
who's-
episode is the one where the guest didn't show up. I love that episode.
that's.
Oh.
Have
That
you
is-
signed? Have you
Wait a
signed?
minute.
I
That's
don't think Harry signed.
No,
He
that's-
hasn't,
I,
no,
I
no.
saw that earlier. No, that's I don't. My memory serves me. No,
This is the Do
But-
Not Sue Us book.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
that's,
is You Will Not Sue 3D. Oh, pen
that was a pretty good
Fuck that
episode.
Okay.
Brooke S signed it last
Right.
week for us.
Right. Actually, I'm looking forward to that episode. I haven't heard it yet. That was your big Thanksgiving episode.
Yes, it was. That was third year with Brooke, but I think
Yep.
we missed a year.
Yeah,
By the way-
he's a breast man. It turns out.
Yes,
When
yeah.
it comes to
Did you
turkeys.
watch that episode?
No.
Oh no, watch that episode. Don't listen to that.
You got to
episode.
watch it.
Yeah.
Watch that episode.
All right, you have
So,
pictures of
by the
that's
way,
on your phone.
I'm not
No,
signing that
no,
until
I
we're
do.
done.
I do.
Okay, fair enough.
Because I don't know what's going to happen in the last 20 minutes. So
doesn't matter.
You may tick me off, and
Doesn't
who
matter.
knows?
Okay. Well, we're going
See
off
you
the
in
air
court,
right
my
now, just so
friend.
he can sign this, and then we'll go back on the air. But yes, that was an interesting episode, and this is we have many comedians' names that you know here.
I think you're pretty safe with me not suing you. It took me 2 years to get a toy car fixed. You think I'm going to go down and fill out paperwork? That is not happening.
But it only costs you $20. We'll get you a discount on Groupon.
Do you think I'm going to spend $20 on something?
It'll be only $3 with Groupon.
That is not going to happen.
Groupon, you can sue me.
That was a fun show when he didn't show up.
It was a fantastic show. It really was.
In talking about that computer for a second, going back there for 1 second. So my friend comes in and he says, how much is this computer costing? Because he knew I was really deciding and anguishing over this decision. Do I spend the $500, $1,000? Where do I fall? So I fell somewhere sort of in the middle, but still, it was a big decision. I had charts, I had websites, I had reviews, everything. Like I spent a lot of time looking this up. And he comes in and he goes, how long are you going to have this machine? I said, I don't know, maybe 8 years. He goes, how much is this costing you per day? Think about this. And I said, 29.246 cents per day. And he goes, you knew that number. Like you didn't get out a calculator. You already knew that number. And I said, well, if I have it for 8 years, there are 2 leap years. So it's actually 29.22 cents per day. He said, shut up and buy the bleeping computer. So I don't swear as a general rule, but I cause people around me to swear, generally at me. So I'm a carrier. Is really
so looked at you,
is really what I'm
you're
saying.
A fucking idiot.
Yes,
out the room,
that is exactly what he said. Only, I mean, that's essentially what he was saying. Some of the words were the same. Some of the words were the same.
Good.
Oh, God damn it, that's funny.
He didn't say idiot.
No, he dropped an R bomb. Walked out.
You know, I have a job and everything. I could afford this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't need
It's
to do
the
this.
angst of just the money.
Right.
You need.
It actually
You
causes
need to get
me-
into Bitcoin because I like then you'll just sweat by
You
like
have to be
the
like
minute.
yelled at to spend money in a way. Like you want the thing, but you have to be like somebody has to say like, you know, come on.
Yes, that's all. That's actually true. Yes, there's no lie about that, and I don't mind. You know, so we just redid the kitchen, right? You
Harry,
can't.
don't be a pussy and buy me a new computer. Don't be a pussy. Come on.
So
Yell
we
at
just
him, is that
redid our
what it is?
kitchen, and a guy came to the house and said, "All right, here's the materials, and here's what I want to charge you to put them in." And it was 1.5 times the material.
Yeah.
And I said, "You can get out because that's not going to happen." So 8 months later,
I built in a lot of mistakes into my price.
yeah, 8 months later, the kitchen's beautiful, right? But I had to do it
Yeah.
every day
Uh-huh.
for 8 months. I'm one person, right?
Yeah.
Many times during that, I was like, I could just pay a guy to do this, right? And the answer is no. No, I cannot. I cannot pay a guy
If
to
you
do
had
it.
to do it over again, would you pay a guy?
No,
You'd still go through the pain and
Yes,
suffering.
because I'm stupid. That is just the way it is.
And skilled.
Right,
Well, I was like, now
I can do it.
Yeah. Okay.
right. So
Are you only skilled now because you have
No,
put
no,
yourself
I've-
through?
no,
Okay,
I've
so
done
you were
something.
got it.
So, but here's the problem. I had done some plumbing. I had done some flooring. I had done some drywall work. I had
Sure.
done some electrical work.
Yeah,
But
sound
there
like
was-
me. This is
There was never a time that I had destroyed the entire first floor of my house
Oh,
and
wow.
did all of it at once. That was crazy. We
yeah.
redid the kitchen, the living
Were you
room,
on coke?
2 bathrooms, all at the same time.
Wow.
Your friend was
Wow,
right.
That is
Last
You're
year,
a fucking idiot.
January 3rd, we got out the hammers and started destroying stuff.
January.
And
Cold.
because I'm an idiot. Do you not pay
It's
attention? I'm not bright.
I mean,
Okay. So
cold. Let's take down some insulation. It'll be great.
so you buy a mask.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Kids are healthy.
January. Open a
No
window.
issue. So right around March, I knew I needed to do 3 things before I could install the sink. Right. So I was like, all right, if I do this, then that, then the sink will be the most efficient way. And then my wife came down and said, I have been doing dishes in the bathtub for 4 months. Put in the colorful language Sink.
Motherfucking sink.
Guess what went in that weekend?
The sink is
Okay.
The sink was in.
So
That's
here's where I shine. It took me, we'll say, 2 weeks to get my bathroom back from what it was to what it is.
Right.
And I got to do trim. That's, if you look down there, that's just trim molding.
Right. Which never has to happen according to the husband rule.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's all
that only has to be done right before you sell the house.
Damn right. No, it just got cold out.
Ask me how I know.
I have so much to learn.
So much to learn. Every day for those 2 weeks, I had to remove the toilet.
You put it in, then took it out. Put
I
it in
took
and take
that
it out.
toilet in and out every day.
Huh.
There was no point where the shower wasn't 100% fully functional and the sink fully functional. I also took the sink out every day.
Sounds efficient.
The day I took the shower out, which wasn't a shower, it was a fucking cast iron goddamn tub.
I took one of those out. Those are fun.
I quartered it. So I took a handsaw with a metal blade on it and quartered that fucker because it was the only way of getting it out.
That's not true.
That
That is not true.
Wait, this bathroom was built around this.
I know. I took one out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we say it's not the only way.
No. So what you do is you
could
take
not smash it. It was unsmashable.
you need a bigger hammer.
Oh no, we smashed. I had lots of smashing.
I'm on your
No.
side here.
Was it a
Mm,
was it a clawfoot tub?
no.
It was just in the wall, one piece.
Yeah, solid freaking. You guys saw it for months and months. There was no fee. It was like
I peed in it.
It was like an insert. Yeah, you probably did. Yeah, no, it was not clawfoot.
Here's
This
the
thing
thing.
was like
No one here is thinking you did not.
No, this was like
That thought did not go through your head.
this was
At
like
no point did you say that didn't happen.
this was like quarter-inch steel.
Okay.
Like it was. There was. I mean,
Well, I'll give it to you then. But
lots of.
Okay.
So, but went through the process of getting the tub out
right.
and getting an entire new shower and plumbing, everything in the same day.
Well,
That was
God
the goal.
bless you, my friend.
I
You
won't
cut it
do
with like a saw thing, like electric saw.
a handsaw
Like you
with
were
a
going.
metal cutting blade.
Right, so,
Yeah, it was more like a grinder. It would go down. We'd have to get multiple discs. Like I think
Boom.
6, 7
You
discs.
got it out.
I
and
think
got
you
it
and I
back
have
in
a
one day.
different
Yeah,
definition of what handsaw means.
handsaw.
Like
That's
No,
This is a handsaw.
an electric handsaw, and not just a vibrator.
That's a buzz
Still a
saw.
handsaw.
Working
Okay.
out in the
Handsaw.
Pine
Alright.
Barrens. see?
because I'm picturing you like
That's what I thought when he said handsaw too. Like he's holding on the
I
edge
was
of
like,
the tub.
dude,
No.
that is dedication right
Yeah.
there.
Your shoulders don't
no
look
way.
that big.
No way that ever happened. No, after the first 10 minutes of trying to knock out the small piece I needed to knock out to fix the leak that was coming out of the 50-year-old faucet was enough because I didn't realize it was 3 inches of concrete on top of the tile.
But you got it fixed in one day.
Yeah.
Cool.
In and out.
Sturdy
So you
house,
got it
boy.
done. You did it your way and you got it done.
Yeah.
God bless you, my friend.
In and out. Never again will I put myself through that mental and physical strain.
I had another bathroom, so I didn't have that pressure.
Well, I mean, I got another toilet, but I don't have another shower. Do you have a half bath or another full bath?
Another full bath.
Okay,
Enough
so
to keep
that's-
the peace
Yeah.
Right.
to a
Yeah.
point.
Yes.
And the other tub was the dishwasher for 8 months, 6 months. I don't know how long it was. It was long.
It's a long
if that's
frickin'
true.
time.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
You're lucky you're still alive. I'm like, yeah, I was gonna say you're still married. Holy shit!
We've been through this before. This is not the first project.
So she's already aware of.
But here's the thing:
consequences.
when I think of this, I'm like, okay, sure, this is probably taking a few years off my life, but they're the bad years at the end. So who
Mhm.
cares,
That's right.
right? Plus, what I saved on this kitchen is all of my daughter's college.
yeah. Okay.
Right?
I can. That's
It is
why
literally all of her college.
I.
So
One of my longtime friends is literally a handyman. That's half of his business name.
right.
So if there's ever something that isn't something I like, I may not be able to, or I can handle, but I need 2 people and I need someone to know. And Joe's not available, and Jefferson's playing Destiny 2 or whatever.
Oh, Destiny 2.
He'll,
So fun.
he's
Did
my
you get
go-to
the
guy.
Osiris? Did you get the Osiris expansion?
Not yet. We'll talk after.
Okay.
Joe's
But,
not
but he's just
available.
if Joe doesn't have the tool, my buddy Roberto has the tool.
Right.
So
So
it's
I had guys come and replace the windows because they're on the second story.
Yeah.
And Harry don't do heights carrying 400-pound
Harry
windows.
will happily pay to not
that
do
I had to pay for. It did not make me happy.
I'd be up on the ladder.
You didn't sound too troubled about paying for that. Nope.
Yeah,
Get up there.
Right. If it was on the first floor, I replaced all the windows on the first floor.
Sure.
Right. But the second floor, where you got to carry a big thing, I need more. No, you do.
I just think it was interesting. You guys both went like Mexican when it came to height.
Totally
like,
true.
you know, it just had a underlay.
Yeah, it's totally true.
I would like to point out for the record that was not me.
That was not you. It was both
I
of them.
am culturally
like,
sensitive.
Like, I don't like heights.
I'm actually
like,
rebuking what they said,
They
so
all
I
like-
don't get fired.
But
They all
are we
went-
telling the truth in your experience?
So when the guy,
Answer the question.
I'm-
Are we telling the truth?
I
in your
have
experience?
no opinion on that
You
whatsoever.
guys-
No, I don't want opinion. I want fact.
I don't know.
Who fixed your windows?
Oh no, regular white dude.
No, wait, okay.
Just regular.
See, that's all I'm
Regular.
asking.
So anyway,
Just give me-
All right, we're bad.
when he didn't have a tool, I was
I'll
like,
live.
I'll get one for you. Don't worry. So I just go to my garage, go and get it. So that every Christmas present, for the first 25 years of our marriage, has been involved a tool so I can work on the house. So that
Do you happen to have a biscuit cutter?
I have two.
How about a pickle fork?
I got the large one and I got the detail biscuit one.
Harry, we need
Ooh.
to talk. I
You
mean,
can borrow. It's okay.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
You won't get it
not
back.
anytime soon. Well, it's summertime. I want to rebuild my desk because the way I built it, it is.
When I was on
shoddy,
vacation-
but a biscuit cutter has been
For Thanksgiving, when I went to visit my brother and sister-in-law, I was just sitting there doing nothing. And my wife got frustrated because my sister-in-law's cabinets, the spices were not properly organized.
yeah.
So she said,
Oh,
go to the store, buy some stuff, and make a shelf in this cabinet so we can arrange all these spices. I was like, are you freaking okay? Fine. So that's what I did. So I was like, you know what? I don't have to be here. I can go. Yes, let's do this. So
it's
me and
a
my
fantastic
brother-in-law,
project.
got out the tools. We made a spice rack. Bam.
Nice.
All good. I got
Yeah.
extra desserts out of my sister-in-law. Nice.
Boom.
It was good.
That's a good day.
why are we doing this? Prevents murder. It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
What I don't like
So,
is when people come over to my house and they look in my garage and they see all the tools and they go, huh, I didn't think you knew how to do anything. I go, what is it about my face that says I don't know how to do anything with my hands? That's very insulting.
Yeah.
Or when a friend of mine says, when we were playing basketball, they're like, huh, you weren't as bad as I thought you were. These are not
Fuck you, assumer.
compliments.
Right back to those passive aggressive things.
Yeah.
So I went down to Long Island for work, and at night after dinner, there was a place next to the hotel that had a comedy open mic. So I went there and I said, hey, I'd like to sign up. They say, fine. No one knows me there. So you sign your name, you wait your turn, you go up, you do your 6 minutes. And when you're done, you go and sit in your chair. The host comes back up and says, huh, that was good. Got to tell you, did not expect you to be funny. And I was like, well, that hurts.
Wow.
That hurts.
You just
And
pulled the sleeper on him. That's a good.
You're like Billy Hoyle. Just
That's not the
hustling.
first time, though.
Oh, but still, you can pull off the sleeper.
No, I
that's
think
a nice surprise.
I think that's great.
Apparently,
That's
I look funny, but I don't look funny. That's
people letting the face fool them.
right. That's what it's going down to. So there you go.
Oh, you're funny. Oh, you're just catching up, dipshit.
I didn't say that. I was alone
Thought it.
around a bunch of people from Long Island.
Yeah, you might.
That's never good.
Don't do that.
No, it's never good.
You want to keep using tools and shit.
Right.
I like these phalanges. It's lots of tools. You've seen my shed. If you've really looked around, yeah, there's a plethora of tools. Fucking
Plethora.
everywhere. Whatever. Fuck off.
He's right.
Tired of your there, here, where. Fuck no. I'm just kidding. It's kind of funny when we misspell. It only annoys me when I know I misspell or miss what quote. No, it's not misquote. We'll miss punctuate. There's the word. We're and we're. We're and we are. This dipshit will yell at me.
I enjoy doing that to people too.
Yes.
Because I know
It's-
I know it pisses them off.
Right. It's one of the greatest things ever to do.
Yeah, it is fun.
I don't mind it.
You
Actually,
have a certain amount of time to correct it with a little asterisk
yeah.
after you blow that.
Here's the problem,
I'm saying,
though.
To the wolves.
If you're the jerk that does the corrections, you got to be real
Oh,
careful.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Real careful. You don't want autocorrect to get you.
And you know what? He is until he writes the post for that week's show. And then I have to start
Terrible.
proofreading those. They're horrible because they're very lengthy. They're not lengthy, but there's multiple parts to it. Yeah, I'm like, geez, dude, this one was there was something so simple in the last one that I busted your balls on. I'm saying I don't mind you bust my balls when I don't know about it.
I meant to say tentacles or something.
Yeah, it was very. No, it was a simple mistake.
I hate to see what autocorrect made that in.
Tentacat.
What else you want to talk about?
Yeah, that's I forgot where I was going.
Yeah, I
here.
grammar
we've got-
Nazi people that I fuck up.
Yeah, that's the problem. Or when I spell something correctly, but it's an alternate spelling, and people go, "We got you," and I was like, sorry. Nice try.
Dictionary.
Got to get up pretty early in the morning.
I already sent my screenshot to HR. Fuck you.
Oh God.
Buses with 2 S's in the middle. People lose their mind about that. I was like, alternate spelling.
Window liquor.
I try to keep the personal insults out of it, but just being right is enough for me.
That's usually enough.
And I'm always right.
Fair enough.
That's the beauty.
Do your kids swear? Have you caught them swearing?
Just one.
Just one. Just once.
Just one.
I bet you it's the one
No,
that plays
constantly.
online games.
Oh, all the
Okay,
time.
Constantly.
Which one?
The one that plays online games.
No.
Absolutely. No.
No.
Wow.
I'm gonna say the
How
dog.
does
No.
how is he? Wait.
The
Does
dog.
he play online games that like he's talking to people? I mean, Destiny. Yeah,
I
assuming.
don't allow the talking.
Which one swear?
We turn that off. One of them. Let's not go into that.
Okay.
Okay. One of them. And loves it. And I'm just loves it. Just can't get enough of it. And I go, you don't hear that. We don't talk that way. What is wrong? What is compelling you to do this? And the only thing I can guess is my dad, who swears just a tremendous amount.
Okay.
But regular swear words, like not the big boys.
Yeah.
Just regular swearing.
The S and F.
Shit.
Right.
man.
Yeah, the
So-
S and F.
Yeah.
Here's a story that
the
no one.
A, S, and F.
Yeah.
Right.
Age, sex, and whatever.
Yeah.
What are you in a chat room?
Sex and fucking whatever.
No, not the F word. He doesn't say that. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, growing up, I go to college. Okay. And my dad swears every day, all the time, about just in conversation.
Sure.
The GD
This
son of a-
goddamn
Right.
dumbass.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. That kind of stuff. And by now, it just goes through me. I don't even hear it anymore. It just washes over me like a wave. So I graduate from college.
Hi,
I
Dad.
come
Hot
home,
dumbass.
and apparently now I'm a man. And he was in the Navy. He worked in a bus garage. Okay. So apparently now I'm a man and he can talk to me like the other men in his life. He starts dropping these words. And I was like, you're making me very uncomfortable. Can we go back to the
Did
way
your
where
dad say you can just grab him right by the pussy?
I'm not saying it was that. I'm saying it was uncomfortable like that.
Yeah. Okay. Not
And-
that extreme.
And I was like, can we go back to where you pretend that you don't talk that way? And I can pretend that I didn't hear that.
You know the
And-
kind of relief it was for him though, where he could just
Yeah.
It's
So
It's
here's
been long enough. I know you're not gay.
he wants to
Holy
hand me a beer. I don't drink. He wants to sit out and use the F word. And I'm like, can we not do this? Please. I would rather not doing
That's
this.
awesome.
My daughter would swear at age 14, 13 just to see how it would fly. Like one day she goes, wow, that son of hell. I go, one, nice try, knock it off. Two, completely wrong syntax. That is, if you're gonna do it,
Yeah.
not that one.
Yeah.
Not
Maybe
Don't,
make a
don't pull
mistake
your
big.
punches. Yeah.
The
do,
way she-
do
the
some
way
more
she-
research.
The way she did it actually was swearing. It was just like a curse on actual swearing.
But she tried it out and then stood there like, what are you gonna do about that? And the answer is, I'm gonna ground you if you do it again. How about that?
So nice try,
So-
peg leg.
Did
Yeah.
it work?
Oh yeah, no more of that.
Doesn't work on a 4-year-old.
No.
It doesn't
No.
work at all. He
Now-
cherishes his toys more than anything, and he gets threatened that I'm going to die. I threatened him this evening, non-verbal, to take away his telescope by just holding it up and looking at him.
And just hitting him Slightly.
Just ever so gently. Just enough to not break the glass.
No, 5 seconds
Like a
before
little
I could
puppy on
flick
the
him upside
nose.
the head, but, yeah,
No.
Just
And-
enough to not leave a mark.
I'll get the report from my wife how
Public
quickly
schools,
he
you
did
don't have to
fall
worry about it.
asleep because that was it
That's
was
true.
get ready for bed or oh you're getting changed now. Well done. Yes, you can do this. And
Right.
but normally that isn't very.
Isn't that a scene in
It's
Rambo?
effective short term. Very, and I'm talking like minutes.
Right.
It's not over.
I can't wait till it actually works. I hope it works someday.
I just wanted a sandwich. They taking my telescope.
You were talking about your kid asking questions all the time,
Why?
right? You
Why?
you mentioned that earlier.
Why?
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
funny.
so
Yeah.
he's fun with it. It's
When
fun.
that last time he brought him into my office because him and me and his wife work at the same place, and he stopped in with the kid, and I got a couple of toys on my desk, and I usually have these two. I have these two robots up top,
Yeah, so-
and then I had them in front of the window. Why do you have them in front of the window? Why is that one there? Why is this one here? Why are those guys over here? Why is that? Holy shit, man! I don't know how to answer all of this.
And he starts though. He starts answering. I'm like, yo, don't go down the Y track. Don't shut the fuck up.
I don't know.
Just say okay.
No. So I answer all my kids always. Okay. And they constantly talk. I don't know where they get it from, but they constantly talk. So, and it was easy when they were small. Like, why is the grass green or why is the sun yellow? Oh, these are things I can answer.
Do you have a do
Okay.
you have a what's the Kevin Bacon game?
6 degrees of
Do
separation.
you have a degree of separation from that question that you stop answering? Because you said you answer all your kids.
When we get
I
there, I
tried.
stop answering.
I
Whenever we get there, that's the end of the conversation. Now we're just doing stuff.
No.
Then when we get back in the car, they are itching to start asking questions. Like they're almost like
Why
crack
almost
addicts
has no-
scratching.
yeah,
like I
why-
gotta ask a question. I gotta ask a question.
But why almost has no end? Because
No.
you give an answer why.
Because
You
they
end
don't
up
care
getting-
about the answer. They only want to talk to you.
But I don't want to give them false bullshit answers. I
You can
want to
say
try
you
to
don't know.
educate them.
Then don't.
You can say you
But
don't
I
know.
do know, and that's the problem.
Well, then
That's
tell
what gummy
them.
bears
No,
are
I have
for.
to. I just shut the fuck up.
Why don't you just tell him?
That's why. No.
I
You
just
know,
go
say I don't
stuffed
know.
monkey on him. Just
I mean, he's not asking where he came from yet. Just answer.
No, he kind of is. Like
Oh.
he's
Well, then that's
like
something different.
when he asks a
I want
simple
nothing to do with
question.
that.
Like why
He found
is
those
he?
magazines that aren't Family Handyman. That's,
But like simple question, and this gets into the root. Like he'll see something on TV. So why is he dead, Dad? Well,
Oh, what show is it? Did he get
he
shot?
was.
He may have gotten
He
beaten.
didn't make a good decision. Why, Dad? Well,
Was it the news? He's probably
You
dead
know,
from heroin.
I was like, exactly. And like, I didn't know you were awake watching TV from your room while I was in the living room.
watching
And
SVU.
you saw that heroin addict just overdose. So to answer your question, he was doing heroin. Why, Dad? I'm like,
Well, because he started
shut-
when he was 12.
Yeah, because his parents abused him and he decided drug. Like it's just this never-ending. So like,
just let him fall asleep.
I was
the
going to
train
say,
spot.
he'll fall.
yeah, I mean,
Just,
that's,
let him fall asleep. The train spot.
But
That's all.
you guys will remember this.
Solve everything.
From the age of like 2 to 3, not so much on 4, when he would start going down the Y path and he'd get very animate, my answer became one word, and it wasn't no, and it wasn't 3 words. I don't know. It was pineapple.
That's 2 words.
No, it's one
It's
word.
one
and it's
This one.
It could be 2 words, but that would be a weird combination.
pretty sure
Pine.
pineapple as a fruit is one word. Thanks, grammar Nazi. You fucked up there. Pineapple. And for a while,
Swerved out of your lane,
it worked. It worked.
right?
He would just, it was like, his mind would go. And then he started picking up on it. And I'm like, oh, intelligence just kicked up 10 points here. He's now understood what I'm doing. Sarcasm comedy to just not answer a question. So I can't say pineapple anymore.
Well,
So I
my
say
son,
blueberry now.
unfortunately, now still talks as much as he used to in the car, which I actually enjoy because, it's my kid. So, but the problem is that the questions that he's asking now aren't simple things. Why does a dog say bark and why does a cow say moo? Now he says, Dad, if a black hole gets too close to another black hole, would the center of the black hole take up the same amount of space but be more dense, or would it be double the size? I don't know.
Now
he's asking questions that make me look like an idiot.
You flip the script on him and you go, son, you have not thought about one thing in your question.
I'm going to Google it.
Dark matter.
Well, the density.
You're not thinking about the dark matter, so you go think about the dark matter and you will answer your question. Whether that's true or not, you've given him something to go look into, and he can come back to you. It's not dark matter. It's the gray matter. And you go, no, son. I don't know what the fuck you were watching, but gray matter is your brain. So go find a better Google site. We got to wrap up the show here. Harry, it's been awesome having you. This has been a lot of fun. What do you got coming up?
Right.
We should have talked about this a couple times earlier.
Yeah, it's fine. This is the big thing. So the reason that I'm here is, one, I enjoy being here. But two, we are putting together a charity comedy show at the Rotterdam Viaport Mall to celebrate and support the Duanesburg Youth Basketball League. So tickets are $20. There's 3 comics on the bill. It won't just be me. It'll be me and 2 other guys, Pat DeBerry and David Cooperman out of New York City.
Nice.
It'll be a very good show. Tickets are $20 each. You can get them by emailing me or at harryhumor@yahoo.com, harryhumor@yahoo.com, or you can get me on Twitter at harryhumorny, harryhumorny, and send me a note
Harry
on that. Not bad, right? I don't tweet too much.
It is weird. It is weird how you not get people swear around you. You don't get them. You don't do it. They do it already for some reason. There's like this vacuum of this.
Well, he's a
fuck.
He hangs out with comics. I mean,
right.
Comics are filthy.
I don't drink, but I hang around in bars all the time.
Right.
So they sell ginger ale there. It's no problem. And I don't care about my manliness, so I just order it.
Yeah, I don't drink either.
Like, I'm doing this just the sub.
Everybody asks, just tell them it's rum and coke. Fuck it.
I tell them it's ginger ale. Yeah. I want to see their reaction.
Yeah, it's not ginger ale, Harry. I know you party.
Not only that, I order it with 2 limes to really make them question things. Now there's all sorts of questions.
Put an orange in the middle, fuck the brains all up.
Fancy Harry.
So anyway, Harry Humor NY on Twitter and harryhumor@yahoo.com if you want more information about the charity comedy show. January 13th. That's a Saturday, 7:30 at the Rotterdam Viaport Mall.
For the Duanesburg Kids Basketball Youth League.
Right. Nobody's making any money off of this. It's completely for charity.
It's for the kids.
Joe ran away. I'm going to end the show without him. Jefferson.
Hey, Joe.
He really we're finishing here. And
I guess he had to go.
He could not hold it any longer.
Anyway, fuck him. So
I don't have
doing anything.
No,
cool
I don't have any shows coming up or
anything.
You
see any movies?
No, nothing's Justice League.
Just a VR Justice League freaking game.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Give me $10, I'll buy it. $10.
That's all right. Yeah.
We're gonna blow Harry's mind here right after the show with some VR.
Nice.
We'll put him in that same one. Hopefully it works well.
No splicing the audio to make that awkward.
No, none at all. Joe, you got anything going on this week, this month? Anything?
I just hope that the Viaport thing, like I said, nobody's making money off of it. I hope the charity's making money off.
Well,
of
the
it.
charity will make money off of it. Yeah.
Well,
get these kids some basketball
darn
shorts.
Heck yes.
Darn heck. Yeah.
Sure.
You know what I meant.
Well, thank you all for tuning into the show. My friends call me 3D. We will see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Right here on Pipedream of the Comedy Pipe Radio Network.
Thanks, guys.